Hey there, football fans. As we head into Week 18, the NFL playoff picture is about to get a whole lot clearer. The stakes are high, and for some teams, this is make or break time. So grab your favorite snack, settle in, and let's break down what's at stake for each team vying for a playoff spot, or just hanging on by a thread. Let's start with the AFC. First up, the Kansas City Chiefs. With the number 1 seed already secured, Patrick Mahomes and company can take a well-deserved rest in their regular season finale against the Denver Broncos. No pressure here, they've got home field advantage locked down for the postseason. Next, the Buffalo Bills. They've clinched the number 2 seed, so they're set for a wild-card home game. They head to New England with absolutely nothing to gain, but they'll be ready for whoever comes to Buffalo. The Baltimore Ravens are in an interesting spot. With a win over the Cleveland Browns, they clinch the AFC North and could either host or visit teams like the Los Angeles Chargers or Pittsburgh Steelers in the wildcard round. A loss, and they'll have to wait to see if other results fall in their favor. Over in the AFC South, the Houston Texans secured the division weeks ago, and now they're locked into the number 4 seed, ready to face either the Steelers, Chargers, or Ravens in the postseason. The Pittsburgh Steelers still have a shot at the AFC North, but they need a win against the Bengals and some help from the Ravens. If they secure the division, they'll host a playoff game. Otherwise, they'll be on the road. The Los Angeles Chargers are already in, but whether they're the number 5 or 6 seed depends on their performance against the Raiders. A win might mean a wild card trip to Houston, while a loss could lead them to Baltimore or Pittsburgh. Then there are the Denver Broncos and Miami Dolphins, both still on the outside looking in. Denver needs a win over Kansas City and some help from other games. Meanwhile, Miami needs a win and the Broncos to lose, plus some extra help to sneak into the playoffs. Lastly, the Cincinnati Bengals need a miracle, a win over the Steelers and losses from both Miami and Denver. It's a tough road ahead, but it's still possible. Switching over to the NFC, the Detroit Lions are in a prime position. If they beat the Vikings, they claim the NFC North, the number 1 seed, and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But a tie would also work in their favor, thanks to their earlier victory over the 49ers. The Philadelphia Eagles are already locked into the number 2 seed. They're facing the Giants this week with nothing on the line, except maybe some bragging rights and Saquon Barkley's pursuit of the single-season rushing record. Over in the NFC West, the Los Angeles Rams have a shot at the number 3 seed. A win over Seattle would help them achieve that, but even if they lose, they could still hold on to that spot depending on how the Buccaneers perform against the Saints. Speaking of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they control their own destiny. A win over the Saints secures the NFC South title and a playoff spot. If the Rams lose, they could even claim the number 3 seed, but a loss and a Falcons win, and they're out. The Minnesota Vikings have a golden opportunity. A victory over Detroit on Sunday night gives them the NFC North title and the coveted number 1 seed. However, if they lose, they'll drop to the number 5 seed and face a tough road ahead. As for the Washington Commanders and Green Bay Packers, both are already in the postseason, but their exact positioning will be decided by Week 18 results. The Packers need to win and hope the Commanders lose to claim a higher seed. And then there are the Atlanta Falcons. They're the long shot of the NFC hopefuls, but they still have a path to the playoffs. If they beat the Panthers and the Buccaneers lose, they'll steal the NFC South title. Otherwise, they're out. So, there you have it. Everything you need to know heading into this thrilling Week 18.